Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Here we are again so soon. I just did 100. You saw how that worked out. So, I guess it's Paladin. The only other choice available. The only other choice. Okay. Starting fresh with these guys, I like Demolishers, but I'm going to take the Twilight Break because it's stronger most of the time. It can be a really strong early play, and later in the game it's usually at least like a 4-3 or a 4-4 for 4. Could be worse. This is a tough choice because these guys are all decent but not fantastic. Like Flesh-Eating Ghouls don't tend to live long enough to go crazy because they're not that tough. Farseer, the healing is pretty good. The 3/3 for his size, it works out okay, but early in the game he's not so great. I think I'm actually going to take him over the Ghoul though. I've been crushed by these guys, but they often fail. I'm going to take the Blessing of Might. Be nice to have. I don't know if you guys... Noble Sacrifice. I like Noble Sacrifice. There's some serious creatures. So we're going to take the Yeti. The Mechanic close second, but I'd still rather have it in one piece. You're junk, you're pretty awesome, although I'm hesitant to take him a lot of the time because he's so easy to thwart. I don't like you that much. Like, a bigger creature is good, a taunt creature is good, but I don't like him that much. I'm going to take the Acid Ooze, deal with weapons. I'm going to take the Stormwind Knight because he can kill stuff. Maybe I can get together one of those decks that's got just a ton of strong 3 and 4 creatures and just win through that. Especially since I have token creatures to back it up. You're a crap weapon. You work pretty well with Paladin, but so do you, and I find this guy is more efficient. Remember, you have to have quite a few things for him to be better than this, and this guy's cheaper. He's a 2/2 for 2, which is fine. 2/2 for 3, pretty weak. And yes, he can be giving you like +5, +6 attack if you have a full board. But how often do you have a full board? The Dark Iron Dwarf would be nice. Dwarvish Adventure 2, but I have to take the True Silver Champion because you need that stuff to have a chance. I really like Abomination. I know it doesn't fit that well with like the Paladininess, but Abomination is really good. On the other hand, Young Priestess is a very strong first turn play, and she does the way she buffs things can work out really well. I don't care as much about first turn plays though normally. I'd rather have the Abomination, but I'm concerned that usually I should be able to not play him if he's going to be a problem. You're not the good one. I like the Wolf Rider to kill things. I'm almost tempted to take the Grizzly because I don't have any taunt yet, and it would be nice. Charge is so good. I'm going to take the Wolf Rider because he's like 3 mana, deal 3 damage to something. It's pretty good. Acolyte of Pain is good for the card drawing, but I'm not going to have ways to manipulate it. I'm going to take the Yeti. More Yetis, more winning. Bonus rare, and it's either the Ravenhold Assassin, who right now I don't have anything fat. He would be fatter, but this draws me a card. Really like Azure Drake. He's fat, like he's really fat, and he usually lives long enough to attack because of stealth. Like that's strong on something his size. I don't like him only having 5 toughness. Once he reveals himself, he's pretty fragile, and if he has to be used to kill something, then he's not going to have much health left. I'm going to take the Azure Drake, because it's another card. See, this is a good fatty. This is your custom fatty. Here's a choice. I don't like Humility very much. It's pretty good, but it just doesn't compare to like the Hunter one, where they reduce their hit points to 1. That's fantastic. The Humility is really, unless you're using it on one of these guys, it doesn't strike me as that fantastic. It's not eliminating the creature sufficiently for me. And of course, it's not useful against creatures that are valued mainly for their ability. Although it makes them easier to kill, like you're going to suffer less casualties killing them, but it's not even to 0, it's to 1. So the thing is, Ventricle Mercenary is very large for the cost, or I could take the Frost Elemental. Freezing an enemy character is very good, even if it's only for 1 turn. Still 5/5 for 6 is still quite a respectable size. He can't screw you where this guy can, but on the other hand, you still make tokens at least. I'm going to take the Ventricle Mercenary because I really don't have enough fat yet, and he's fatter. Another bonus rare. Ravenhold Assassin is just... I need a big fatty, and a big rare fatty ought to be better, but I'd rather have... Maybe it's dumb, because empirically he should be better. His stealth should be worth more than 2 hit points, but I don't feel like it is. I'd kind of rather have the War Golem, but not really. I'd rather have something else. An Ogre would be awesome. I think I have to take Equality, though, because it's amazing. It's one of the best cards for removal just all around. If you want to kill big things, it's awesome. If you have a Consecrate, it's like a combo. But Hammer of Wrath, kill something, draw a card. I need more... I need Consecrates is what I don't have. I've got lots of good, strong creatures. Stormwind Knight or Scarlet Crusader. I'm going to take the Crusader. I have a couple charge things now. I do need more removal, but... Get another Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice protects these other things. I'm going to go with the Noble Sacrifice. Why all it... Out of these, I'm definitely taking the Abomination. I don't have that many spells, and Secret thing is not my thing. I have had a lot of bonus rares. Okay, you're junk. I'm going to have brain pain. Okay, this guy is flat out amazing. If you're playing a constructed Paladin deck, I can't comprehend how you could possibly not play with 2 of these guys. Because while I don't like the Humility as just like a card, like I draw a card and all it does is Humility, for 2 mana more, this is giving me a 3/3 and doing the same thing. And suddenly, it's awesome. 3/3 for 3 is fine, and his ability is as good as a spell. It may be a spell that I don't play on its own, but that's awesome. This, however, is one of the few geometric effects that you're going to run into. It's a doubling. That means if you can stack it with something else, it's 9 mana play. But if you Blessing of Kings and Blessed Champion anything, you're giving it at least, assuming what you started with had at least 1 attack, you're giving it +9 for those 2 cards, which is pretty big. But I mean, if you put those on something that already has some attack, if that was on a Yeti, if I had a Yeti out, and then next turn, Blessing of Kings, Blessed Champion, now it's a 16 attack Yeti. That is sick. The problem with this is it requires that you have a minion out, and I'm sure as hell going to try. I've got some fairly tough stuff here, but just don't like that condition. And I don't have that many big ones either. If I'd taken both of the assassins, the 7/5 guys, then this would be the card I'd take probably, because there's not a bad chance that I would have a 7/5 able to attack. If I could rewind everything and repick all the stuff from there, I think I would probably do that, because that seems like a good finishing play for 14. But that's not where I am. That's not what I have. And therefore, I'm better off taking this guy who's always useful, generally, and he's super efficient. I don't have enough weapons to count on this. I've got a couple of Noble Sacrifices. I'm happy with 2. This guy is a very efficient creature, so we're going to go with that, because that's what I need. Consecrate. Be another Consecrate. This is the fat I need. He's efficient fat. So badly lacking in taunt, but this guy's expensive taunt. Did I take the bear? No, I took the Wolf Rider. I really have no taunt. And yet, more aggro. I'm going to take the thing that is closest to a Yeti. Now that's interesting. Do I take a second Blessing of Kings or a second Blessing of Wrath? The Blessing of Wrath is removal. It doesn't require me to have anything in play, and it draws me a card. But Blessing of Kings, not only does it do 1 more damage, but it's giving that toughness too. It makes something very hard to remove. Okay, how many non-creature spells do I have? I'm counting Noble Sacrifice as non-creature because they're never going to live long enough for a blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually already have 8 things in here that are not creatures. That's more than I thought. That's kind of borderline though. That's still probably less than a constructed deck. Another Blessing of Kings. Just need one thing to survive long enough to attack, and suddenly, boom! It's awesome. This draws me a card, though, and it can kill something regardless of taunt. It can get rid of problems, and still can kill my opponent regardless of taunt. Another card is pretty impressive. I should probably take the Blessing of Kings, but I'm taking this. Again, I don't have the doubler, so that sort of factors in. This is actually sort of efficient for killing my opponent, but I'd still rather have the Harvest Golem for more actual efficiency. Come on, I want another Consecrate. I don't have many cards left to get it. That's pretty heavily balanced towards the 4-cost things. I don't have a lot of cheap ones. You know what? Even though I kind of like the Frost Elemental, I've got all this sort of medium fat. I'm going to take the Dire Wolf, I think. It's another cheap thing I have. Because those 1/1s, yeah, it's nice, but they don't go that far. So I take the Stormwind Champion, who's pretty awesome, right? I mean, he's got 1 yeah. +1/+1 to everything. Or the Silverhand Knight, who is very efficient and can be cast a lot earlier than him. I'm making tokens, and I've got a few a couple multi-minion things. I think I'm going to take the Stormwind Champion. More of a finisher. This is final card. It's a rare. Violet Teacher would give me more tokens. Crazy Alchemist is like a crazy wild card that he can do random things. Hind-Size Summoner is a good second turn play, although she's often going to get killed. Plus, second turn I can make a token. It's just if she's your second turn play, then your third turn play can be a Yeti. And I have a hell of a lot of 4-cost things in here, about half of which are creatures. Oh, this would be another 4-cost thing, which is not my favorite, but I actually like the stats 3/5. I don't know what I have against Violet Teachers, honestly. Pretty good. Oh, man. This guy could do a lot of good, though. Strong. Oh, I don't know. In my experience, these usually don't live long enough to do their thing. I guess I'm going to take the Violet Teacher for more mid-range fat, and we're going to see if this deck is too slow. It's heavily concentrated towards 4 costs. That's where my mana curve was giving me the finger, telling me it's not spread out enough. But like on the one hand, I'm not playing a lot of 1/2 cost cards because I can just make tokens. On the other hand, those tokens are kind of crappy against good 2-cost minions. So, I don't know. They're also bad against mages and rogues and druids.
I will fight with honor.
If you get Ruby Quality, that's a later game card. I guess we're keeping the rest? I guess. I don't want to get rid of either of these. They're pretty awesome 4 plays. I kind of like to get rid of the Wolf Rider and get something better, but chances are it'll be more expensive, not less, and I only want something else if it was less expensive. I was already disqualified from it and I got talking. So if he plays a Northstar Cleric, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to coin this guy out and trade for that. That sucks, though, because then I don't have a It'd be nice to coin out a 4-cost card. I do have another 3-cost. I do have another 3-mana play now, though, and that thing's got to go.
Let me think.
Yeah, this is probably stupid, but I feel like that guy's got to go. Kind of rather use this guy for that, actually, just as a 3/3, because then even if you triggered the Enrage, my guy would probably be okay with it. It's not worth messing around, and also wasting his heal for 3. Which I'm now going to waste anyway, I think. Or no. No, I'm just going to make it. I'll save that. I'm not in clear and present danger. This thing might get buffed, and that's annoying, but it's not going to be hitting me for gargantuan damage every turn like the other guy could. Ah, he got his Yeti out first. Well, I liked the play of sword, kill that guy, but not as much now. I put up my own Yeti. Not in that great a place, although again, you'd have to lose this to kill it or use something else.
Wonder.
I guess I can do that. Because I'm tempted to just Stormwind Knight, kill that thing, then my Knight is a 2/2, and then it dies to that, and where does that put me? So, I guess we'll do Yeti. Yeah, they rule it out, it's live now. Oh, that's horrible. He had a good, like, mana curve for that. Equality. I don't have enough mana to do it right. This is going to hurt so much. I want to save him for this, but he'll die. So, I don't know.
Let me think.
So I could play this sword and kill that and take 4. I don't even get the 2 health because I'm already at full health. I could just play the Abomination, which he would kill with that, and yeah, he'd lose this. But then this guy would just take 2 damage, which he can even heal if he wants. But that would let me equality and then smash him next turn. Expensive, but I think we're going to go that way. Of course, he might just get silenced. I don't think a lot of people are drafting the spell Silence, the 0-cost one. I don't know if in the arena would you take Mass Silence? Costs 4, but it silences all opponents' things and draws a card. I don't see that card very often, but... Well, so far he's acting as predicted, but what's he going to do with all those cards? Nothing. He's not worried about it. Okay. It's fine by me. I hate to have to waste equality this way, but that guy's got to go. I could screw around by playing equality and then
Let me think.
not attacking him. I don't have good, like, other things, though, but to fake... I don't have a good way to fake him out, basically. He's going to see this coming, I think, but I'm going to try that because I'm an idiot.
My eyes are open.
I don't actually know. I'm assuming he can't heal that guy after the equality, that has changed his max health, but I'm really not sure. Okay, good. I don't know what he would have done to avoid that. I guess the power word would have done it. He would have been annoying. I needed that guy dead. It was kind of it was a gamble. Like, if there's... How much could he do? He could have, that's what he could have done. He could have Shadow Madness this guy and then done it. That would have been strong. That's pretty annoying. I guess I'm going to do that. I kind of like the surprise value, and I'm not getting it, but sorting the bubbles seems pretty dumb. Shadow Word Death.
Truth is my shield.
Nope, not Shadow Word Death. Okay. Ew. She's very large now. This is not working out right.
For the king! For honor!
Yeah, that works okay.
the alliance! Reporting for duty.
I mean, my champion is doomed, but at least I got a bunch of stuff out. This would be a good time to Holy Nova. It would have a negative impact on me. Yeah, you can do it that way. I think if he had the Holy Nova, he would have just done it. So all it would have left alive would be the wolf.
I must consider.
Considering a lot. It's probably a symptom of having too many cards in your hand. You should just discard some without playing it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Here.
Drink with me, friend.
Okay, that's pretty obnoxious. You can stop now.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I'm trying to make everything attack 4 so I can't do stuff to them. Oh, this, you know, I don't really have those. No, I'm thinking priest mode. I'm not even the priest, so that's not what he's doing at all. You're pretty good. See, this is kind of messed up. I'd kind of like to just play her and then the sword, because that gives me a 1/1 token. It's kind of funny. But I have 1 mana not used that way, and I could just play her or the sword and this guy, and that's pretty good. How do I want to trade my stuff? Actually, you kill that, and then you can kill that. That's not bad. Because the collapsing +1 bonus thing. I guess we'll do that. I should really just sword him and then I'd have the board cleared, though.
I wonder.
That is true. I better do that.
For
Don't
honor.
need the Violet Teacher, or I don't need that 1/1 so badly.
The battle! Quickly.
Even though this is a card I can cast after him.
For justice!
Probably mind control him, and then I'll be in trouble. I'm already kind of in trouble. Holy fire, that is not mind control. It's not good, but could be worse. Could have been mind control.
Blood and plunder!
Okay. That is so weird that I get a turn. I guess it's sword him.
For justice!
Pay attention, class.
I am ready to learn.
Reporting for duty.
Holy Nova incoming. He didn't have enough mana to cast the 6-cost damage spell, Holy Fire, and Holy Nova. You can do that in Holy Nova. would have a very negative impact on me. It would mostly kick my ass. Although we're approaching card parity now. Really? Wonder what those cards are, because I got a lot of stuff. Ah, get more attack bonuses. Do I have lethal? Got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, I definitely don't have lethal. I don't know what to do other than just sort of try.
I shall do as you say.
Instruction begins.
Reporting for duty.
Your comeback plan... Actually, it doesn't have to be that impressive. It mostly just has to be Holy Nova. But I'm getting close enough that I might be able to pull it off anyway. Despite losing this gigantic army. That helps a bit. But you've still got to kill the army. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay, that helps, because now you can kill them alone. Oh my god. My secret didn't trigger because I blocked the field. I didn't realize that. That's so dumb. Okay. Glad I won anyway. Now I know. I had not even thought about that. You can only have 7 minions. It doesn't matter how. Whew. Felt like I was still winning there, but I was running out of steam. Like, a Holy Nova would have done me in. Which is why I feel bad about only having 1 Consecrate. But, you do what you can, and so far we've got a win. So, see how far I can get next time. Put the hammer down on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.